need your help.
You are.
I need your help.
What am I supposed to help you with,
Go
dude?
behind.
You freaking loser! I told you not to do that.
3, 2, grab it. 3, 2.
You think I can help you?
All right.
Somebody help!
I got it. I got it.
Stanley! Freaking dummy, do I take these off?
Here.
What do I do?
I got this one.
Okay, we have to admit that a man's experience when he's in trouble is way different than a woman's experience when she's in trouble. Because very comparable to this situation, how many times have we seen videos posted online of a woman that gets herself in trouble with too much weight and men come running to her rescue and save her like that? Of course, there's a physical difference. I'm not saying that women should be able to do the exact same because women are not as strong. But when men go to help that woman, they are not berating her. They're not saying, you shouldn't have done that, you dummy. They're not calling her names. Whereas that is what happens to a man. He gets berated. He gets like the extra emotional dump. And then not only does he have to figure it out in that moment by himself because he's the only one that's going to do it, he also has to deal with the emotions that were just dumped on him.
Be honest. If I told you that I wanted you to be my girlfriend, but you would never be the only one, would that work for you?
What do you mean I would never be the only one?
Like, I'd still want to be with other women.
I would say, get on my face and I'll find a new man who will do it, because if you won't, another man will.
But why wouldn't you be fine being in an open relationship?
Because if you won't, another man will. Look at me, bye.
Okay, but be real, right?
Yeah,
Have you ever?
Be real. If you won't, another man will. Bye.
Have you ever had a one-night stand with a guy before?
I sure have, and the only reason we had a one-night stand was because I didn't want you. Goodbye.
But why is it okay to share him with other women, but not the guy who actually cares about you and will take care of you?
It's not that I want to share you with other women. I just don't want you. Goodbye.
What? You wanted him, and you let him inside you?
I did, and then I was like, ooh, I don't want you. All right, goodbye.
But when you're single, do you think that the men that you sleep with are only sleeping with you?
If I find him, he do what he's supposed to do, I don't put you, and that's it. Goodbye. Unless you're finna act right, and if you act right, then I put you. But if you don't act right, then I don't put you. Goodbye.
The idea of asking a girl to sign a prenup incredibly offensive. I would be like, yeah, can you just sign this prenup because like I don't want to like lose all my money. But then like if a guy asked me to sign a prenup, I would be like, I would call off the wedding. Like I would literally call off the wedding.
You would have called off the wedding if I asked you to sign a prenup?
Yeah, like I'm not even joking.
That's the thing.
I'm a feminist.
That's what we code it as, but it's giving.
Like you're already not being generous. Like as a man, you're already not being generous, and I feel like men should be generous.
And what should women do?
Be spoiled.
Okay.
As soon as something touches my tongue, as soon as I can taste it.
Me too.
And that's really what it is. I think a man should be generous. I think a man should bow down to me. I think a man should give me whatever I want. I think a man should treat me however I think that I should be treated. And that's the standard. I'm not lowering the bar. If I can get some simp out here to give me whatever I want, to send me flowers, and I give him nothing in return, then I'm expecting my man to do 10x that. It's easy.
So the caption reads, so my younger brother who's 21 told me he broke up with his girlfriend of 1 year because she kept putting herself in situations where he has to defend her and he's getting tired of it. Okay. They both away in college, and according to him, she always wants him to defend her honor, always accusing other boys of looking at her and asking my brother to do something about it. Do kids really break up over things like that? That seems harmless to me, but apparently my brother wants out. Whitney, on the money, you are in fact not on the money. How do you not see an issue with that? Being with a woman that intentionally puts you in harm's way just to defend her honor is complete. Fellas, don't fall for nothing like that. And no, I'm not saying you can't defend your woman. Of course you can. But if she's intentionally doing things just to put you in a bad situation, she don't really put you. That young boy is 21 years old. He has his whole life ahead of him, but you want him to put his life on the line on a consistent basis for a girl that he might not even end up with? A girl that's possibly making up random scenarios in her head about people looking at her or trying to get at her and wanting him to do something about it? What the be wrong with y'all? And what do you mean, do kids really break up over things like that? You don't think that's something worth breaking up over? It's sad for her to say that. It seems harmless to me, but apparently my brother wants out. I'm so happy that the young boy knew better and said, you know what? Let me get about this situation because there's no cat worth this kind of stress. Protect your family, protect your woman, but under the notion that this isn't something that she is bringing upon herself. There is no way you want me to believe that you don't think there's a problem. Okay, you know what? Some of these situations, I think they just be wanting a crazy reaction, and honestly, they be getting me sometimes. Because I'm just like, how do you not see a problem with this? But you know what? It is what it is. I'm happy he broke up with her, and I wish that young boy the best. Y'all keep the change.
To the 7-year-old girl who had to watch me and my brothers jump her daddy after school, I'm sorry. I know that was probably a traumatizing experience for you. But we kept asking you to stop bullying my daughter and you wouldn't listen. We sent letters home. We even had a meeting with you and your parents and you wouldn't listen. So now you know your actions have consequences. And since you too young to receive those consequences, you had to watch your daddy take those consequences. Get some therapy. You'll be all right. A lot of y'all keep asking why I didn't fight this man one-on-one.
Yeah, why didn't you?
And why I got my brothers to jump him in front of his 7-year-old daughter. And the answer is simple. Life is not fair. You get jumped by responsibilities every day.
Are you karma?
Bullying is not fair because you're picking on somebody that's essentially a weaker vessel and that's smarter than you. So I wanted to make sure she saw what it looked like when a fight is not fair and you don't have no choice but to let somebody jump you. So she could get the concept of what she was doing. Sometimes kids learn from what they see and not what they hear. So I wanted it to be a visual experience, okay? I'm out here doing the Lord's work, okay? God is pleased with me whether or not y'all are.
I don't know if I agree with this. He sounds calm, but he sounds crazy at the same time.
I'm kind of with him. I don't know how I feel about it, but if I'm coming to you as a man and I'm writing you multiple letters and saying, hey, this is what's happening, and you're not cleaning it up, or you're not calling me back, or writing me letters back, or sending a message back, I hate that this happened to dude, but you have to understand that I can't continue to let my children go through this. Number one. Number two, why are you not checking your children and making them stop? If they're not stopping, then we need to have a broader conversation about why you can't follow simple instructions.
Isn't it crazy the fact that they get onto social media to show everyone that they're divorced? Who gives a f***? I'm saying, but I tell you what it is, they want reassurance from everyone else. They want other people to be saying to them, you go girl, I hope everything's going to be alright for you. But listen, jumping up and down in your bathroom doesn't mean you're happy, I'm saying. And the reality is, you're going back to streets. Stay woke in these streets like big brr.
I was in college, I dated a very traditional Christian man who asked me at one point, how do you feel about after you graduated, we just immediately got married and you were a stay-at-home wife and you didn't have to work? I was honestly offended by that question because I was so passionate about this thing that I was getting a degree in that I was just so eager to enter the workforce and do this thing that I loved and get money for it. Fast forward to today, I've graduated, we broke up, I'm now working in the profession of the thing that I got a degree in, and I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I know. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done.
I had a chat with a friend of mine last night who was complaining about how women don't want to be housewives anymore and they just want to have a career and they want to work and they want to hustle. And it was just insane because I looked at him and I was like, who on earth wants to work? And he was like, every woman, they want to work, they don't want to be at home, like they don't want to be taking care of the kids and whatever. And I was like, name me one woman that wants to work right now. Like there's no woman on earth that just wants to work and hustle and whatever. Like it doesn't.
The girlies are quitting their jobs. McKinsey just released their Women at Work Report 2024 edition. And what they found is that about a third of women are planning to leave their jobs.
Pretty much every video I post about careers, I get a ton of comments from people saying, I just don't want to work. Like, I wish, I don't know, no job sounds appealing to me because I just don't want to work. My own story of the path I was on in my 20s. I did quit my job at 31 as a marketing director.
I took a few days to kind of chill out, cry all my tears, get all the anger out before I made this post. After 17 years of teaching, I resigned from my teaching position.
Who do you think ended the divorce profiteering racket first? The United States or China? You already know the answer. China did what the West would never allow this year. They killed the cash-grabbing marriage racket. From now on, the house belongs to whoever originally paid for it. And a woman can't marry into assets and leave with them. And there's no automatic alimony either. In China, you can't contribute nothing and walk away with half a man's blood, sweat, and tears. Meanwhile, the West is still beating men like piñatas for sport. At least the East admits what marriage became. It's a financial weapon pointed at men. And the West is just terrified that you're gonna wake up and figure it out too.
Dave, what's the silver bullet?
Silver bullet is when you come home and your girlfriend or wife, soon to be ex-wife, has hit you with a domestic violence restraining order, claiming that you are violent and she's kicked you out of the house, taken the kids, taken your truck, taken your tools, claim that you are this horrible human being that shouldn't be allowed near other human beings because you're such a terrible human being. And it's effectively divorce by ambush, cuts you off at the knees metaphorically, and you're just dead in the water because the lie is so good that a judge is just going to be like, I hate you. And you're going to lose custody of your kids. You're going to end up paying the maximum amount of child support, alimony, and probably have lost most of the property that you bought with her. Terrible thing that happens all too often. If you want to learn more about how to fight that and how to recover from it, you should come join us at dadslawschool.com. The link is in the bio. If you want to learn more about how to fight this stuff, go check out dadslawschool.com.
But you do have some pop balloons. Let's find out why they popped.
Just physical attraction. It just wasn't there for me.
It's not for me either.
Damn.
Next.
Oh, for attraction as well.
Yeah, same here. You got a big back.
Bruh.
Next. I mean, I'm being honest.
Height.
You know the height, but I would have chose you because I like little men.
Oh my God! Thank you. You play too much, huh? You play too much. Oh, I look like.
You pop my balloon because I play too much?
Man, I was trying to go home on the cool.
Oh my God. I didn't even get to pop a balloon.
It was good to have you guys. It was so good.
It was nice to meet you guys, though.
Nice to have you. Nice to have you.
Thank you. Thank you. I like your ugly Christmas sweater. I like your big back. I like...
You're screwing right now, yo.
Now she came there to clown. That's all she doing is talking trash. A lot of these women will come up there and they be serious about what they saying. And they be trying to tear you down. That's what we see from a lot of these modern women. But for her, I'm gonna give you a pass because it seemed like you cool. You like he said, you play too much. You just come up there talking trash. You're all right. I can take it. You see how they're laughing, how they're not taking it seriously, how everybody's messing around. This is a far cry from modern women who try to basically, when a man says, well, I really don't find you that attractive, and they try to get their lick back.
You got people that chronically run people off and then complain about the fact that they are no longer there. Oh, nobody ain't here for me. Nobody ain't did nothing for me. I had to do this all by myself because you wanted that story, baby. You wanted that story. You wanted the struggle story. You wanted the story of nobody loves me. Everybody does this to me. Every time I give my heart away, they hurt me. And you do stuff to run people off, and then you act as if you don't understand what you did to run those people off as to why nobody's in your corner. Make it make sense, y'all. Please, how does it make sense? Run for the hills. Like, I know now. When somebody say, all these different people that did them wrong. Baby, I need to know what you did. What did you do? What did you do to make these people say they ain't messing with you and they gotta leave out your life? What did you do? What you do? What you do? I don't know. Seems kind of fishy to me. Because everybody just left you. Nobody wants to deal with you.
Why you would rather be trapped with a bear?
I would choose a bear because more often than not, if I'm not a threat to the bear, and I'm not like safe, it's like not a mama bear that's trying to protect her cub, then more than likely they're not gonna bother me. Like,
where you getting this information from?
I actually read a lot. I follow a lot of nature pages and like that. So as long as you look just as threatening to them, they'll leave you alone. And then after that, I'll go about my business. I don't trust men as much as I might trust an animal. Like animals, for the most part, they really do steer clear of us. A man, like he could be on anything. He could be tweaking in his head. I don't know what he going through in his life. He might try to snatch me up when he.
What if the bear is fucked up too? What if the bear got like some severe trauma? Like they just gonna attack anybody?
I'll take that chance with a bear. I like animals. I don't.
You'd rather be attacked by a bear?
I've had experience with men already.
So wait. So let me ask you a question, right? Who you think you got a better chance fighting?
All right. See, now this is where y'all got me because it was a very blanket statement, a very black and white question. Now y'all putting stipulations and extra.
All right, but you.
I've been like driving on a regular street with the sidewalks and everything, and there's a bear right there, and there's also a random crazy man right there too. And sometimes the crazy man might do something. You know, it's never really been like the bear does something. It's more so a fact
unprovoked, right?
Yeah, it's more so a fact of I'm angry, so I'm gonna attack them. I don't like this about them, so I'm gonna attack them.
I'm not a Yogi Bear specialist or anything like that, but I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I've seen countless videos where you have to stand still and not react when a bear is even on you, touching you. You have to stand like a statue, and even if he presses up on you, you can't run.
Why are we pretending like these aren't still wild animals? Yeah. They both.
You went to worst case scenario when it came to the man, but not the bear.
But realistically, people are in the forest all the time.
The man could just be as lost as you are, and just like you say, humans are more intellectual, so I can figure out a way to get out the woods.
I'm trying to figure out why y'all trying to make us change how we. Not make us, but y'all asked us a question, we answered. Y'all about for men. What? I don't know why. Man, I would be in a with a man. I just want to bump buddy.
Well, I think that what they're trying to understand is kind of what they asked you. Why is it that you go to the worst case scenario for a man that you might be interested in dating, but not for a wild animal? And really, honestly and truly, you could say the same thing for modern women who go to work. Why do you go to the worst case scenario for a man that you're in a relationship with, but you don't necessarily do that for your boss? I don't understand that. For people who don't really care about you, that would allow you to drop right there beside your chair and have a heart attack. And yes, that has happened. Heart attack right there. Overwhelmed, anxiety, stress. I don't know if I'm going to get this done. Well, if you don't get it done today, you're going to be let go. That sort of pressure. They put it on men and women. And you sitting, yes, sir, boss. Yes, ma'am. You'll do that for them. Undying level of commitment. Oh, man, and I had to go through it, and it was a great learning experience. But for a man that has actually been treating you right, that has actually been doing you right, he gets nothing in return.
It's called a third date run-in. So I'll get randomly contacted. This happened about a week ago, where a guy will tell me, hey, I met this great girl on a dating app. I can tell she still has some walls up. I need you to do a run-in. So a run-in it's a very popular service, and believe it or not, people still can't tell when I'm doing it for real. So I'll give you the example of this client like a week ago. He was at a restaurant in Upper East Side, and I run into him, and I'm like, Robert? Oh my God, it's been... how long has it been since we've seen each other? You look amazing. You grew a beard and everything since I've seen.
No way.
Have you been like working out? And then I turn to the girl and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm being so rude. I just haven't seen him in so long, and he is the greatest. And I say hi to her, and I'm really nice. And then I always leave with saying like, hey, we've got to catch up. So just call me this week, and you guys have fun tonight.
Wait, I am
and I leave.
Stunned by
I've done it at the gym. I do it everywhere you could possibly think of.
I once worked with a man who made 7 figures. He was the head of this international investment firm, and yet every time he would walk through his own house, he felt powerless. He felt the complete opposite. He could walk into a boardroom and instantly command respect. The whole room listened because they trusted in what he was saying. But the moment he would step into his own home, that confidence dissipated. And this man provided everything. I mean, he paid for his kids' private school. He paid for frequent vacations. His wife didn't work. He paid for their big lifestyle. And yet he was still feeling like he was failing. He couldn't understand it. He told me, I have given her everything. Why isn't she soft? Why does she still challenge me? Why isn't she appreciative of everything that I'm doing for her? Because even though he was providing everything for her financially, she was still critical and she was still in this very masculine role where she tried to control everything, including his finances. So he started working longer hours. He started drowning himself in work to avoid going home, to feel like he didn't want to feel like that scared little boy anymore. So he avoided going to the place where he felt that way. This pattern continued until he realized that even though he was providing for her financially, he wasn't leading in the household. Money made him the provider, but that didn't come with implicit authority like it did at his job. His job provided this implicit authority where people had to listen to him. And so he was used to kind of just having it. But he didn't realize that he needed to actually become a man she could trust through consistent action. It was something that needed to be earned through consistent behavior rather than something that was just given to you because of a title. He could lead a team that was already looking up to him, but he didn't know how to lead a conversation. So the moment that he stopped relying on any implicit authority or any, provision that he was offering and started embodying real presence, real emotional leadership, that's when things started to change for him. He became calm, he became clear, direct, and more grounded. He wasn't forceful and he wasn't controlling. He was just a man that finally learned how to trust himself at home as much as he trusted in himself at work. Your skills in the boardroom and your authority at work does not automatically translate to your relationships. They are completely different skill sets. And that's why so many men are experiencing this gap between how they're treated at work and how they're treated at home.
I get tired of this. He didn't do it at home and they got to listen to you at work. No, they don't. No, they don't. When you listen or look at football teams and things of that nature, what do they say? This coach has lost the locker room. So I really don't have to perform. I'm just out here going through the motions. I don't have to perform well. But what you just said is this man is killing it at work. He's killing it at work. He's thriving. People are listening to him, which means that he actually is a good leader. But when he comes home, now listening, she's masculine. She doesn't let him control anything in her life. That sounds like a problem with her. And let's say he needs to take 50% responsibility for not being a good leader. We need to go ahead and assign 50% to her. I hate when y'all do it. I hate when y'all do this. Y'all sit up and act like, oh, well, it's because he's not taking the lead. Sit your silly behind down somewhere. Shut up and listen to what the man is saying. Maybe that's what they do at work. Maybe that's the type of relation. Do you want to feel like that? Like you have to listen to somebody because they're the boss? Or do you want to listen to somebody because you can? Because we're in this together, because we're working together. I don't trust you to do this. I don't trust you to do that. First of all, you married the man because I'm assuming you trusted him. Or was it for the money? What were your motives there? You see what I mean? We can sit up here with our nice little puffer jacket or whatever that is, and our little leggings and pull our hair down, and we can sit up here and talk about how the man ain't up to par, how he ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing, how he's not a leader. But then we gonna cut the video off before we talk about how the woman is out here acting a darn fool. That's what we gonna do. We not gonna address, hey man, maybe you should get around his coworkers and see the admiration and see the respect that they have for him and maybe observe why. And then maybe figure out where along the way you got lost. And maybe while he steps up, you try to figure out how you can come back around the center and figure out how to respect your husband again. But of course, we ain't gonna do that.
I am ready for this discussion, so let's engage, because this is two sides of the same coin. Neither side is very good or admirable or desirable. But I do see one key difference in this conversation. The women that are producing the content seem to be highly encouraged and supported by groups of people, especially other women for some reason. Now, this could just be the very loud minority, I don't know, but it's definitely out there. What I don't see is the groups of people that are supporting the men that are watching it. The groups of men saying, yeah, you go, King, you go watch that content, go subscribe to those pages, you deserve this, go take a load off, go relax. Maybe different words.
Yeah, I was going to say pause, but keep going.
But you get the idea. If a man is viewing that type of content and he's in a relationship or in a marriage, he is almost always shamed and condemned and seen as the problem. And I don't think either side is better or worse for engaging in the behavior, but part of the big problem is that one side is highly encouraged to continue it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I see what you're saying here. If women are doing this and they're engaging in this type of behavior, then it's great. Go queen, do your thing. But if a man were to do something like this, then, nobody's saying, hey man, yeah, you should be doing that. Yeah, go ahead and look at this or do this. Nobody's saying that. Why are you continuing to be encouraged to be involved in this nonsense? Why are you being encouraged to show your body and act this way?
For a long time, people have been saying, oh, there's no good guys out there. And I feel like that's something that people just say in culture. Like if you go back to the city and dating in the 90s and rom-coms, that has been a constant thing that people say. But recently, as I've been looking into the data, I feel like there is something there where over the last 100 years and specifically the last 50 years, women have really gained so many opportunities and that's fabulous. And I feel like I am a recipient of those opportunities and I'm very grateful for it. But what's also been happening is that women are really leading in a lot of areas of education, employment, and it feels like men have not caught up.
Have you guys ever thought that maybe men don't want to catch up? Maybe they want to be in a league of their own? Maybe they go and start their own thing and they do their own thing because they don't want to be constantly badgered by what they're not doing and how they're not measuring up, how they're not, even when they go to therapy, oh, you don't have enough therapy behind your belt. Not like me. I've been going to therapy for 10 years. You only have 5 years. You're not as good as me. You think a man wants to hear that every day? Who, as a matter of fact, wants to hear that besides a man? Probably nobody. This is what we have to hear from modern women every day.
I truly feel like a lot of people have problems in their relationship because they don't humble their man enough. So let me show you some good examples of how to humble your man. Okay, so this man texted me and invited me over to his house to have food. And I said, okay, I'll see you when you get here because he was coming to pick me up. And he said, okay, thank you. But I'll appreciate if you could answer my question. Are you in a relationship? I said, if you want to see me today, I suggest you stop asking questions. You know what he said? Okay, yeah. Don't be giving them the opportunity to ask no questions. Bitch, do you want to see me or not? The fuck? This man, he was always getting disrespectful, but he was a trick. And so I always used to let it slide. I used to just let it slide. And he started acting real crazy because if you do not humble them, they will think they can get away with anything. He texted me talking about, oh, I don't have any problem with my bills. You pretend to be a good woman. Meanwhile, you're getting for money. Up. I said, I learned it from your mother. Old ass don't text me no more. Old ass don't text me no more. Yeah, we ain't never had them problems again. This one got mad at me because I told him I wasn't going on a date with him because he kept trying to invite me to these little ass restaurants. And he told me to go to hell. I said, you better hope you die first. Because if I go first, I'm telling God you sell drugs. Yeah, into that relationship. This man had the nerve to text me and tell me I needed to apologize to him because I said he was useless. I said, I guess maybe I might be sorry tomorrow, but I'm not sure yet. I need more time to think about it. Never texted back. Sorry. Should never been sorry in my life.
Here it is. Read it and weep. Post reads, yes, winking is a form of harassment. This should not even be a question in 2025. By Ann Lesby, PhD. She goes by the pronouns of she and her. First and foremost, I don't think this person exists because I went to the Twitter page and just looked. It looks set up. Secondly, if there's anybody out there that even partially agrees with this post, please stay far, far away from me. Please, I beg you. But this is arguably one of the dumbest tweets I've seen all year. And we got to be careful about the things that we ingest when we get online. Because I'm not going to front. It's great rage bait. It's infuriating. It really is. But then I went to her page, and honestly, I don't think the page is real. There's nothing about that page that says this is an actual real person with real thoughts and real feelings. It got to be rage bait. And this post made it to one of those really big pages that are very similar to the Shade Room on Instagram. And I'm understanding that they'll post anything for likes and clicks. So we just got to be careful about the that we engage in. Because I went to those comments and there was a couple people in there really going back and forth about this very topic for no reason at all. And honestly, it's nothing to go back and forth about if you were to ask me. This shouldn't even be a conversation. I'm bringing this to the light to have y'all know, hey, just be careful and filter through the that you ingest in or indulge in online. Y'all keep the change.
Do you know what they did to Lot, this good man? Because if you're a good man, you gonna get gat. My son has an apartment in Vegas that I helped him get. You know what's the first thing I told him? Hey, boy, if you let her up in here, she gonna destroy it. I know you young and you want to in the comfortability of your house, but that's dangerous. If you let her in here, she gonna look around and say, and destroy it. Why my son had to come over with a dog and left the dog over there and abandoned the dog? Abandoned the dog. Left the dog, abandoned the dog, and put him off on a young man who just got his place that his daddy helping him with. That's a evil.
Women that come to the gym dressed half naked, tube top, little shorts that roll up into their twat, and then sit there and wonder what we looking at. We can't even focus on working out because we too busy looking at you with your full display. Then y'all get mad when men look at y'all or stare at y'all and say, oh, he's being weird. No, you're being weird when you decided to wear no clothes to the gym. And I understand it's your body. It's your body. It's your choice. You can wear whatever it is that you want to wear. I do agree with that. However, I just feel like the gym needs a dress code at this point because women are coming in the gym with less and less clothes on. Where are your clothes, honey? Where are your clothes? I understand it's your choice, but at the end of the day, this is a public place and you're not at a beach. Like, you're not at the pool. So why do you not, you have on as little clothes as possible to come to the gym to work out with all these other people. This is not your personal gym. Like, it's not. If that's the case, you need to go to you make a gym at your house. Like, nobody wants to see all of that. And then have the audacity to have an attitude when people stare at you. Like, girl.
What's your age?
26.
Is it a red flag if a man wants to go 50-50 on the first date?
Yes. Yes. Hell yes.
Why is that a red flag to you?
That's the question?
Yeah. Why is it a red flag?
That shouldn't be a question. It shouldn't be 50-50. I could do a whole podcast about this. Yeah, like, honestly, I could give you like a scripture about it.
But why is it important that he pays for the first date the first time?
He should give off a signal as if like he is a provider, like I'm gonna take care of you. We're going on our first date. Like, I think that's very important, no? You think that's important?
Do you feel...
Imagine me paying for a first date.
Do you feel like if he covers most of the bills financially, that down the line you can step in?
Financially, like you gotta do it like emotionally. I would be able to step in. I don't mind helping. Like I don't mind that. But 50-50 is crazy. Emotionally too. Like it can be like, oh, okay, I cover all the bills in the house, and like you have to do all the emotional. Like honestly, we're gonna go crazy. If it's 50-50, I would feel like there's a sense of no respect. I don't know how to explain it. The level of respect I would have for that person is not the same. There's too much to say about 50-50, but the answer is no. Yeah.
Why do you think she's single?
Listen, that's a topic for another day. I gotta go. This conversation has made a turn. But thank you. I gotta go to my Uber. I love you guys.
And what scripture would that be? With your stomach all out, looking pregnant, out here dressing like that, pregnant. What scripture would you be referring to? Just ignorance. I'm not providing for ignorance any longer. As a matter of fact, the Bible talks about being a Proverbs 31 woman. That means you doing work. That means not sitting at home doing nothing. Making smart decisions that require critical thought. It does say that. Are you okay?
You have beautiful eyes. I just believe because that can be a gentleman.
My baby daddy's being real dramatic, okay? So my son, there's a birthday party this weekend. My son's gonna go, okay? He wants to go, we're gonna go. I text his dad, it's his dad's weekend, and I go, hey, can I get Zane at like 1 o'clock on Saturday? Bring him to a birthday party, I'll bring him back after. Well, I guess I just won't have any time to spend with him. He'll be gone for like a couple hours, bro. And then I'm gonna bring him back. Like, what the hell? Like, he doesn't have to go. Well, then he's gonna be mad at me. Oh my god. Just so dramatic.
Alright, so this is an unfortunate situation for the child because we really don't know if dad has plans for him and his son. So, you know, for mom to say that the child is going to go to that party regardless because of how, you know, dad responded, to me is crazy. I don't really care how dad responded. Dad's in the right here. It's his time. Now, I know there's a group of people out there that say we should do anything for our kids. And if the kid wants to go to the party, then the dad should understand the situation and be flexible. But y'all really got to understand that these co-parenting situations, especially early on, it is really tough to be flexible with your co-parent because a lot of times they won't be flexible with you. Let's just be honest about the whole situation. A lot of times you want to be flexible, but then you realize like when it was time for you to get some flexibility from the other party, they didn't want to do it. And so you're just like, you know what, let's just stick to the schedule. And again, this dad has limited time, but yeah, if we really wanted our kids to go to every event that pops up, we would keep our families together. And yes, I'm gonna put a little asterisk for people who are in relationships where DV is involved, but we can't act like a majority of the relationships that fail are because of DV. They're failing because a lot of you men and women are flaky. Let's just be honest.
Why men have side chicks and the truth men won't admit and women don't understand. Where do I even start? Men don't have side chicks because they necessarily found somebody better. They don't do it because they've stopped loving their women. They do it because they've stopped loving the version of themselves that they have become. A man chooses a wife to show the world that he is respectable, stable, responsible, the man who does everything right? But the side chick, she's not competition. She's not the upgrade. She's the mirror where he sees the version of himself that he lost. That version matters because every man loses himself at some point in his life. The aggressive hunter, the man who chased, the man who felt desired, the man who felt free, the man who felt admired, the man who felt powerful, the man who wasn't buried under responsibility, pressure, and expectations. Marriage, fatherhood, life, they turn men into machines, providers, problem solvers, quiet warriors who carry everything on their backs every single day. And somewhere in that grind, he loses the wild part of himself, the confident part, the masculine part, the part that felt alive. The side chick doesn't give him love. She gives him oxygen. She makes him feel like the man he used to be or the man he thinks he used to be. This is why men do not cheat for emotional connection. They cheat for identity, for ego, for validation, for the feeling of being wanted without any effort. It's also a delusion of freedom. A man wants the stability of a wife and the thrill of a mistress because he's too weak to choose who he really is. Side chicks are not special. They're symbolic. She doesn't replace the wife. She replaces the man he never fully grew into. Big difference. But there's a darker truth. Men who cheat aren't running toward another woman. They're running away from the man that they became. And instead of fixing what broke them inside, they look for somebody who makes them forget. Why do men have side chicks? Because they want to feel powerful again, desired again, young again, unburdened again, and seen again because they miss the man that they lost and they don't know how to get him back. That's the truth that nobody wants to say out loud.
Why are you popping balloon though?
It's the initial attraction for me. You know, she's a beautiful woman, but not my type. Not really. I'm not really interested.
Okay, why she not your type?
Just initial attraction, not there.
Cause I'm taller?
Nah, I ain't got nothing to do with you being tall. Just not my type. You deserve somebody that's gonna be serious about you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's gonna give you that. It's just you
Give me
deserve
what?
that energy.
Like land?
that you
like
deserve.
What? Okay, all right.
What's going on right now?
Clothes, you know?
Okay, is he somebody your type though?
Nah, he Kevin Hart looking ass. No.
Yo, boy, if you don't cook her, if you don't cook her right now, bro,
Nah, that's too easy. But I'll take it. It's okay.
Man, you say you taking the high road. All right.
I'm taking the low road.
You taking the low road?
The little road.
What you mean by that? Come back. Hold on. What you mean by low road? What you mean by that?
Cause he, like, you. First of all, you 27, right?
28.
28. Okay, I'm 42, right? On a good day, right?
Okay.
So I could take care of you. I could give you a good life, you know, in the peas, you know.
I wouldn't go that far, sweetheart.
You saying the project?
I got waterfront property though.
In the peas?
2-bedroom apartment.
The peas is crazy.
Okay. So where you live?
I live in Rockland, Rockland
nice.
County.
Yeah. See, okay. I dig that. Your mom's house.
I moved on y'all. Yo, what the fuck?
Just take the L. I don't know if the man said anything that was disrespectful. And you can see the other guy beside him talking about flame this woman, flame her, do her dirty, period, end of it. But he didn't. This is what modern women expect of men. And they continue to tell us they're emotionally mature and they're emotionally intelligent and they can accept rejection gracefully. And men need to learn how to do that. Well, you know, we really need men to grow. We really need men to go to therapy and do the work. We really need men to just stop acting off of anger all the time. They're so angry. Like, just feel all of your emotions. I mean, you being angry is hurting you, and the patriarchy is hurting you, and all this other nonsense. But when a man says, you know, it's the attraction for me, I'm not really attracted, then all of a sudden you start going off on him. Interesting.
You always duck his kisses when there are not people around?
Not when there aren't people around, just when there are people around.
That's worse.
Because like, okay, maybe it's like the repressed Indian girl thing where it's like I get a little bashful, I do get a little shy. I think I also get overstimulated because Akash does it a lot. 30 seconds. Like a little bit. But we never saw our parents kissing ever. So it's like so foreign to us.
Okay, let me give you guys some serious game. The reason she does this, because she ain't really feeling him like that. He's what you would call a provider. You guys might have been like perplexed when I said a man is not a provider. A man is a leader. A man is many things. He may provide, but he's not a provider. You see, what you guys thought is, oh, if I get enough money, I can get the woman I want. Oh yeah, you could get her, but can you keep her? Do you own her? Or are you just renting, little buddy? That's why all this stuff these pickup artists are teaching you, stay on your purpose, fellas, focus on your money. Like, this is all nonsense. You heard me? Because if she don't like you, she don't like you. There's not $1 million or $1 billion that can change that. And that's going to manifest in her saying, oh, I'm not in the mood. Her not wanting to kiss you in public and all these other things. Lil Buddy is a sucker. That's why if you want some real game, listen to the big homie. You dig? I didn't reinvent myself in college. I always been at the top. You dig? Anyways, go ahead, give me your comments, questions below, and tap in with the Big Game Conference if you actually want to understand women and know how to navigate.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
I am all.
Thank you.
You're a handsome dude.
Right.
Yeah, you know that. You
Yeah.
know that about yourself.
Obama, you gotta up the score. It's time for Get Back. You gotta pop out with like 2 models because she's talking spicy on her podcast. This is the first thing she say to him. You're a handsome guy. And he don't even say thank you, just say right. Come on, man. She glazing him. And he's not even fully accepting the glaze. He really don't want the smoke. He's trying to be respectful. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, gentlemen. You gotta just marry rich at this point because she's going to embarrass you. And when she does embarrass you, what are you going to do? At least be able to walk away with something because this is like atrocious. This is like, yo. And then to my short kings, this is really a moment you guys should be happy. Cat Williams, 5'5". Michelle Obama, 5'11". Obama, 6'1". She's riding him as soon as he gets on the podcast. The brothers just got to join in and laugh it off with her. I'm telling you, gentlemen, like, she's too comfortable. She wasn't doing this when Obama was in office. She wasn't acting like this. She knew what time it was, but now she's been living a soft life a little too long. Obama got to stress her out. You got to stress her out. That's what I'm saying, gentlemen. Take your time vetting these women because they will embarrass you at some point. You can really be the president of the United States of America. And as soon as you're out of office, this is how she gonna move. As soon as you're out of the spotlight, the limelight, this is what she gonna do. It doesn't matter that she's good, y'all good, the kids good, everything good. She gotta still act like this. She can't just get in line, keep it cool, just be a professional on her own platform. So gentlemen, you gotta vet these women. It takes time, it takes due diligence. If you need help with that, you're struggling to find the right woman that aligns with you, you're skeptical about the women you deal with, you're uncertain, I made Trust Fund Bags Academy to help you vet the proper woman. The link is in the bio.
Interesting. A professional trainer claims 90% of male trainers are sleeping with their female clients. In other news, water is wet. Here's the thing. I don't even know if the percentage is that high. And also, this is a generalization. Every trainer that is a male does not sleep with their female clients. And a lot of men are very professional and they would never cross that boundary. Now, with that said, let me say this. It seems like a cool, quick, temporary fix, but in the long run, wouldn't that mess up your money? Like if you're dealing with your clients on a personal and professional basis, wouldn't they stop coming to you because, you know, the mystery is solved or the thirst has been quenched? You know what I mean? I'll tell you this, it's definitely not in the reverse. I guarantee if it's female trainers sleeping with their male clients, it would be 3% at most. Women do not be playing that. Ain't no woman about to help no fat boy get small and then be smashing them along the way. Guarantee that ain't happening. If anything, she gets him to the goal line and he's thinking he could get her like on some Nurse Betty type thing and doesn't get her. I'm interested in knowing that though. Are there any women that you know that are female trainers that have crossed that boundary with their male clients or their female clients? And are you that woman trainer? I'm not asking, I genuinely just want to know the odds of differences. Because whenever you see a dude with 18 abs, you're like, these abs ain't just for decoration. He's using these to smash the clients. But again, this is not everybody. This is not a generalization. 90% is crazy. Maybe there's a high percentage, but I can't speak for what I don't know. Only you guys can. Or would you guys believe this statistic to be true?
Yeah, I don't know about the 90% of male trainers sleeping with their female clients, but I would say that the mystery is not going to be solved for them. There are some women that are married that will continue to mess around with this trainer because he's fulfilling all her desires in a man. He's eye candy. And at the end of the day, I can just go home to my husband who's providing me everything else. Have y'all ever heard of that, the pool boy sort of thing? Maybe think about this as the pool boy, but maybe in an elevated sense, or maybe in a different environment, kind of the same concept in a different environment. So I don't think it's maybe 90%, but I wouldn't put it past them if they were doing this.